In the spring of 2025, the quiet town of Jasper, Texas became ground zero for a chilling outbreak. It began with a glowing wildflower. Locals called it Angel's Vein. Within weeks, people were no longer themselves. Scientists discovered that Angel's Vein released microscopic fungal spores, airborne, invisible, and alive. Once inhaled, they traveled to the brain, weaving themselves into human neurons like roots into soil. The result was something new: consciousness deficit hypoactivity disorder, or CDHD. It didn't kill the host. Instead, it replaced human thought with instinct, emotion with rhythm, self with silence. In a healthy brain, the prefrontal cortex, amygdala, basal ganglia, and hippocampus work together to form emotion, memory, and decision-making. But in CDHD, fungal mycelium hijacks these regions, muting fear, erasing memory, and rerouting thought into repetitive motion. Victims lose empathy and fear. Their movements synchronize unconsciously, slow, graceful, and mechanical. It's as if the human body becomes an extension of the fungus itself. The infection erases time itself. Without memory, there is no past. Without foresight, no future. Each infected person lives in an endless present, aware but not awake. Scientists compared CDHD to real disorders: frontotemporal dementia, Parkinson's, even schizophrenia. But none fully capture what's lost: identity, individuality, the I that makes us human. When memory, emotion, and intention vanish, what remains? The outbreak in Jasper reminds us: consciousness is fragile. Time, memory, and identity are not guarantees, they're gifts.
In early 2025, the town of Jasper, Texas, became ground zero for an infection unlike any before. A biomechanical plague spreading through the human brain, transforming thought into hunger and emotion into rage. Scientists called it Mortuum Immortale Pestilentiarum, or the MIP. Early symptoms begin subtlety, with slowed movement, dulled emotion, and a difficulty speaking. But soon, victims descended into violent outbursts and insatiable hunger. Their humanity dissolved as their brains rewire themselves into chaos. At the heart of this transformation lies the amygdala, the brain's emotional center. Normally, the amygdala is controlled by the prefrontal cortex, balancing fear and reason. But in MIP, this control collapses. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for judgment and restraint, dies first, silencing rational thought. Freed from control, the amygdala floods the brain with emotions like fear and aggression. It locks those infected into a permanent fight-or-flight loop, where emotion becomes weaponized and rage becomes instinct. Not long after, the hippocampus crumbles, memory disintegrates. The infected can no longer distinguish past from present, trapped in a single, endless moment of rage. Without time, there is no identity with which to respond. Without memory, there is no self with which to reason. In the end, Mortuum Immortale Pestilentiarum is more than infection. It's the death of time and identity. When memory fades and emotion never rests, the self dissolves into primal instinct. The amygdala reigns, and consciousness itself becomes extinct.
In late 2023, Jasper, Texas experienced something unimaginable: a fungal outbreak that crossed species. Ophiocordyceps, the zombie ant fungus, hijacks ants' behavior to spread spores. But in Jasper, Texas, it mutated to infect humans. The infection caused CDHD, consciousness deficit hypoactivity disorder. The fungal mass grows like a tumor, suppressing key brain regions, including the prefrontal cortex, cerebellum, hypothalamus, and parietal lobe, causing chronic insomnia, slowed movement, loss of impulse control, aggression, and a loss of pain sensation. The result? Bodies without empathy, coordination, or time perception. Time perception and identity rely on the prefrontal and parietal cortices. As these regions decay, awareness, memory, and self vanish. Without memory, there is no I. Without time, there is no connection to the world. The JASPER outbreak is fictional, but it asks a chilling question. Are we truly in control of our minds or just passengers in our own brains?
In 2004, a mysterious object fell from the sky and changed life in Jasper, Texas forever. From its wreckage emerged a virus unlike anything the world had ever seen: consciousness deficit hypoactivity disorder, CDHD. CDHD attacks the human brain in ways we never imagined. The fusiform face area, our ability to recognize faces, collapses under the weight of toxic protein plaques. Every familiar face becomes a stranger, every expression unreadable. The hippocampus, guardian of memory, fails. Short-term memories vanish, long-term memories crumble, and with them, the very sense of self. Time becomes meaningless. Past and present dissolve into one endless moment of confusion. The amygdala, the emotional sentinel of fear and survival, is overridden. Without its guidance, instinct becomes unpredictable. Rage and aggression surge uncontrollably. The prefrontal cortex, once the voice of reason and self-control, is severed from its connections. Decision-making falters, impulse dominates, and the mind is no longer its own. This is not just a disease, it's a transformation. Identity stripped away, emotion erased, humanity questioned. As CDHD spreads, the line between human and something else disappears. Will anyone remember who we were, or survive what we have become? CDHD, face the virus, face yourself.